4 wide for you here at Wilmot Raceway for the Jim Wildman Watson Classic. Need you to stand up and salute because royalty is among us. And soon we find out who is king. We're going to set them loose next time by 30 laps to round out 2020 for the Discount Shop Taos.com Dirt Kings Late Model Tour. A lot of drivers looking for their first win ever in Dirt Kings Tour action. A lot of them looking for their first in 2020, including your top row with Taylor Scheffler on the inside and Justin Ritchie on the outside. Getting ready to roll them here. Alexander Gilhart out of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin sets him loose for green. Scheffler jumping right to the front of the pack. Ritchie up into the second group, and here comes Justin Schmidt working down low, but we've got trouble in turn one. Couple of cars getting together over there. Kyle Redant in the 03, the 3 of Brett Swedberg to avoid. Fire again. We're green. Ritchie almost looked like he let Scheffler go to try to get down to the bottom, and it's not going to work out well for him. Now more trouble back in turn number one. This time Stryker was sideways. Kyle Redant again into the mix, and Swedberg spins to avoid once more. Now, let's try it again. Keep your fingers crossed. Green's out. Again, Scheffler able to get away this time. Ritchie going to try to hold on a second, and indeed he will. No trouble there as he files into the runner-up spot. Now it's Justin Schmidt who seems to be in a bit of a trouble as Turk Letizia tries to take the spot away. Turk taking a look down low. Schmidt up top that time at turn number 2. He'll rock it away that time down the backstretch, and Turk loses a little bit of ground as Joel Bennett puts some pressure on him. He'll take a peek down to the inside, but too much Turk as they roll down the front stretch. Taylor Scheffler getting away now, nearly a straightaway already over Ritchie. He's got about the same back to Justin Schmidt, nearly the same margin back to Turk Letizia, who still has his hands full. Drivers moving and shaking early on in the Wildman Watson Classic. Watching Ron Berta trying to make some moves as he takes a peek down to the inside of Jim Schmidt. They'll go to 3 and 4. Backed out that time as Schmidt shut the door, declared the inside line. Berta will have to reset just outside of the top 5. That will actually be for the 6th spot. Here's Berta again taking a look down to the inside. A little bit further back, you got Springborn going toe-to-toe with a 33. That is Chris Engels in the white and red 33. Justin Reed into the mix as well, the 11 JR. Reed with a podium finish the last time we were here at Wilmot back on Father's Day. That event won by Mitch McGrath. Reed and Justin Ritchie on the podium. Taylor Scheffler looked fast on that day, but did not have the car to compete for the win. Derek Yonke going to pull down to the infield. Taylor Scheffler continuing to click off some rather quick laps here as you see him come across the line. It's going to be lap number 7 out of this one already, and he's closing in on lap traffic. All Taylor Scheffler so far. Ritchie looking good in second. Remember, he's got the bigger picture to work on tonight, but we've got trouble in turn number 1. Going for a spin, the 33. Right off of the hop. 23 laps still left in the Wildman Watson Classic. Scheffler sets a very deliberate pace in a 3 and 4, getting ready to refire again. We're back to green. Good restart for Justin Schmidt, at least initially, but Ritchie slips right back past and into the 2nd spot again. Schmidt had a nice look on the outside, but backtracked a little bit. Things getting a little physical. Further back out of the top 5 as Springborn tries to make up some ground. Jim Schmidt, oh, trouble on the front stretch. Diamond Jim facing the wrong direction into the outside retaining wall. The move over slowdown caution period comes out again. We'll see if Justin Schmidt adjusts a little bit and maybe has something up his sleeve here for the restart. One more lap did click off. Now 8 in and 22 remaining in the Wildman Watson Classic as we get ready to refire him again. Back to green. Here goes Justin Schmidt again this time. Up, 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 and away. Can he grab the cushion? Yes, he does. He'll slide into the 2nd spot. Scheffler away, though, into the lead. Look at Justin Schmidt way up top this time. 4. Trying to get it done on the high side. Up, 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 and away one more time as they roll into 1 and 2. That's all good for the 70 of Justin Ritchie as he goes back down to the inside and trying to take the second spot away. Meanwhile, 4th place, well disputed, 3 wide down the front stretch. Troy Springborn around the outside as he gets past both Joel Bennett and the D1 of Turk Letizia. Puts Springborn up to 4th. He's moving and grooving right now with the 81. Battle still on for 2nd as they click off lap number 11. Justin Ritchie inside, Justin Schmidt outside. Starting to gain a little ground on the high line. Ritchie says, not going to do it this time as he pulls ahead down the backstretch. And once more you see the 97 trying to ride the ribbon at turn number 4. All this good for Taylor Scheffler as he rockets away from the rest of the field again. Schmidt tiptoeing the top side on turn number 2 as he tries to make the run down the backstretch. Ritchie working that inside line as well as he can. Yellow is out though. Yellow is out. More mayhem over in turn number 1. Trying it again here with 18 to go. Back to green. Well, Springborn a little slow on the get up there as Turk Letizia blasts back to the outside. Justin Schmidt will take 2nd away. Once again on that outside line. He's going to hang with Taylor Scheffler again. Schmidt closing in on the 10S, but Scheffler powers away this time down the front stretch. Justin Schmidt trying to find that grip up top. Taylor Scheffler has had that car happy in the same spot all night long. Working down on the inside line, that 10S has been nearly perfect. Justin Schmidt able to hold on a 2nd, and now he has gotten away from Justin Ritchie, who soon may have to deal with Turk Letizia. Drivers scrambling all throughout the top 5 right now. Springborn holds on to that final spot in the top 5. With Ron Berta now threatening in the 66. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. Lucas Postel spins in 3 and 4. Another move over, slow down, caution. Checkered flag will be coming down. This one is complete. Taylor Scheffler will be your race winner. Justin Ritchie will be the 2020 Dirt Kings Tour champion. Will head down into victory lane. This 10 car was nearly untouchable here all day. You guys really had the rocket ship.
Yeah, it's pretty slippery out there. It's glad to be in front. I wouldn't want to be next to somebody on a slimy track like that.
You know, you got away on a couple of restarts. There were guys hot on your heels, but it just seemed like when you needed to run away, you were able to do so.
Yeah, I knew I was pushing, but I knew they were going to do the same thing. It's everybody was on the same surface.
Tell me what it takes to come here and take the victory at Wilmot. You've always been good here, and you finally find your way to victory lane.
Yeah, this place is a little tricky. I guess experience. This is probably about my 8th or 9th time here.
Now, what does it mean for you, Jim Wildman Watson, a dirt track legend in the area, for you to be sitting on the throne holding the check with his name on it?
It's awesome. Usually my cousin wins it, but he's not able to be here, unfortunately, but I'm glad to get it done.
Keeping it in the family right now. This is your 2nd season-ending victory with the Dirt Kings Tour. That's got to be something for you.
Yeah, it definitely helps out.
Well, congratulations. Enjoy your time on the throne. How about it for Taylor Scheffler, our winner of the Wildman Watson Classic. I'm going to walk right in front of the photo because that's what I do. The Dirt Kings Tour champion for 2020. How about it for Justin Ritchie?
Careful, she's wide.
He's holding up the side. He is one happy man. The Scheffler Racing team coming out with a great piece all season. And Justin Ritchie wheeling it to the best of his ability all year long. It was a wild season, remakes, different racetracks that we weren't planning on going to. But nevertheless, Justin Ritchie, you come through with the title. How does it feel to be the Dirt Kings Tour champion?
Man, it feels pretty awesome. This was a long season, a lot of good runs. But, man, this is probably the best feeling I've ever had behind a race car.
You know, I remember, didn't you try to, retire or something a couple of seasons ago? You know, you ran a little bit with the Dirt Kings Tour. You come back as the Rookie of the Year, and now a champion. Kind of a wild little bit of turning going on here.
Yeah, a couple phone calls a couple winters ago, and this really starting to snowball into a great thing. We run good everywhere we go, and now we picked up a championship, so hopefully we can keep the ball rolling.
Tell me about this crew right here, because you guys really put together quite an effort here, and it wasn't just about what was behind the wheel. It was about what was under the wheel, to the sides of the wheel. Everything worked out really well for you guys.
Yeah, I got to thank the Scheffner family. I mean, without them guys, this one would be not even possible. I mean, they're phenomenal to be with. It's like one big family around here. My brother, my dad, Kale, Les, Derek, everybody, the boys. I mean, everybody throws their hands in. Ian, I mean, everybody's involved with this thing, and everybody has their hands on this race car, and it just gels perfectly. This is one outstanding group.
What do you think coming into a night like tonight when you got the championship on the line? You had a pretty decent padded lead, but still, what do you think about coming into a night like tonight?
The nerves are rolling pretty good, and then we had a pretty good heat race, so it kind of calmed us down, and then we roll up for that feature, and it was raining, and it's like, man, I was pretty sure we weren't quite right for the rain, for the super slick like that, so we just hung on and held on and tried to stay out of trouble, so it worked out.
And you now are a Dirt Kings Tour champion.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank for all the fans for coming out. I know the weather ain't the greatest, but we appreciate all you guys.
Our 2020 Dirt Kings Tour Kings of Clay champion. How about it for Justin Ritchie?